cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. Today is Tuesday, July the 19th, 2022. All right, so let's just get right into this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Sally a 10 and she can share with everybody else, but honestly, it was an 8. So we start off with Jack and Kristen. Jack and Kristen are talking, right? And they are letting they're just catching up with each other on Allie. Kristen says Allie is the star of the class. Everyone loves her. She doesn't want special treatment. She's willing to work it from the ground up, get her hands in the mud, get dirty. And so they're just so proud to have her, and Jack is a proud grandpa when he's talking about her and everything. So then she starts to ask him about, so okay, so what's about your love life? He said, I'm not gonna talk about my love life. And she said, well, tell me about you and Phyllis, because y'all were getting close. Dare I say you were falling in love with her? And he said, yes, that is true. I was falling for her. He said, but then we had a romantic moment, and she went and invited Diane. So when he and Phyllis went upstairs, and then she orchestrated it so that Diane could see them coming downstairs, and he was like, I ain't like that. And um so Ashley told him, why can't it be both? Which is what I've been saying, y'all. She said, why can't she be in love with you, but she also, let Diane know we're together or whatever. And Ashley just told Jack, you willing to forgive Diane and you've forgiven people for much more, but Phyllis doesn't get another chance or whatever. Why, think about all the stuff Diane has done to Phyllis. I don't understand why you don't see how insecure Phyllis might have been. And she said, and tell me, why did Phyllis feel the need to let Diane know? And Jack don't want to talk about that, but she said, no, it's because she sees how you're forgiving Diane. She was like, your feelings for Diane are much more complicated than you want to admit. And Jack said, listen, I got to go. Let me go talk to Adam. So then we see Nikki, Nick, and Victoria speaking, and they're talking about. They have the press conference. I'm not gonna hold you long on this. They were talking. They have the press conference. They leave Sally's job up in the air, and they come when they come back for the press conference. Victoria is so she's just so happy. She loves it and everything. And so they all agree, okay, let's go ahead and get rid of Sally. So they're like, okay, let's get rid of her. And then Nikki is like, all right, I got a meeting with some real estate investors and everything, realtors. So I'm gonna do that. So then we see Allie as well as Noah. So they're at Crimson Light, and she's telling him about his decision about leaving New Hope and everything. And he says he hasn't told his dad, but he's gonna tell his dad. And then we see Phyllis come in. She tries to have a conversation with Allie, but Noah rescues her. Well, yeah, he rescues her, and then Phyllis and Diane talk because Diane was like, "Ooh, you know how to clear a room," and Phyllis was like, "Well, clearly I don't because you're still here." And she says, "Everyone can see that you're just using building a relationship with Allie to try to get in with Jack. Oh, how pathetic!" And I said, "The same way you're doing, y'all both doing the same thing, but whatever." And so Diane is just going on about her job and her grandson and how she's in with the family, how she's working at Jabot, and how she's getting growing closer to Jack, and whether they like it or not, fixture in um she is a permanent fixture in Genoa City. So then we see that Nikki comes, and Nikki said, "Did I hear her say permanent fixture?" And Phyllis said, "Yes, she did." And so then she proceeds to tell Nikki off and tell her, "I'm here to stay, honey, and y'all not gonna do anything to get rid of me." So then Ashley comes up. And she says, "Oh, it's so great to have all you girls against me." She said, "But I have a job to go to. I will give Summer Harrison, and Jack your love." She tells this to Phyllis, and then Diane walks off because I'm not gonna hold y'all long on this. But Diane walks off, and Ashley, because Ashley could understand why Phyllis did what she did. So Ashley, Phyllis, and Nikki, they start talking, and they said, "We got to get rid of her." And they were like, "Can we really get rid of her?" Look, we don't even like each other, really. We're not having any girls' lunches anytime soon. But they said, "But we can to get rid of Diane because we know she's up to no good." And Jack, she's even got Jack on her side. And they said, "Yeah, she does." And so they said, "Look, let's team up though. Then, and we're gonna get rid of her." All right, girls. Good luck. I don't know how this gonna work, but you know if you can do it, go ahead. So then we see Sally and Adam. And so Adam is still breaking Sally's heart, telling her he never wanted to be with her. Oh, no, no. Sally is trying to call Adam, right? And so he finally comes up and he tells Sally, I'm not going to hold you long. Listen, you're getting into in the way of what, go ahead, of what I desire. And that is to be my dad my my dad to respect me. He said twice I've been offered the CEO position and I can't have it. So you're the reason and you're in the way of it. So I'm gonna have to let you go. And she said, no, that's not my fault. She was like, excuse me. Victor plays games. Nick, Victoria, they're playing games. Like she said, it's not my fault, Victoria. Been I don't want to be in the company, and then I'm back and then here comes Nick waltzing in and getting the, after being away from the company and being COO, and Nikki can't stand you. She said, but all that is not my fault that your dad plays these mind games. She said, all I've done was supported you. And he said, but in the beginning, you tried to ruin Newman Media. She's like, I've grown since then. And she really has. And Adam is just doing, we all know Adam is just doing this so that she can keep her position. And she tells him, I want you. I don't give a care about this position. If you're doing this because just because you want me to keep it, you could have it because I'll choose you any day of the week over that position. I told you Sally be loving her man, but he's not gonna let her do it. So he breaks up with her, and like she's really like just heartbroken, and everything. So then we see where Jack talks to Adam because he tells Victoria on the outside. When he goes outside, he sees Victoria and Nick, and he tells them it's done. Sally is a lot harder than she pretends, and she's not taking the breakup well or whatever. And he was like, but you should keep her on as CEO of Newman Media because she is the best for the company. And Adam is all red in the eyes and looking all emotional. And Victoria and Nick looking at each other like, what is going on here? But then that's it with them. So then Adam goes to the bar and has a drink, right? And so Jack could get away from Ashley. He said, let me go and check up on Adam. And she said, oh my God, are you gonna like every pariah in this town? And he was like, bye girl. And so he goes and talks to Adam. He says, I know that look. And he says, I know what your dad did. I saw the press conference. He said, Adam, don't do something you're going to regret. Don't go after revenge. And he said, Jack, all those years you were right. My dad is no good. All those years, Jack and Victor was fighting. He was like, you're right. He's no good or whatever. He said, but I'm done getting revenge. He said, it ain't me they got to worry about. And baby, they cut to that picture of Ashland in prison. I said, yeah, that's what you got to worry about. It ain't over. All right, so then we go to Sally, Nick, and Victoria. And Sally is in that office trying to pull it together. They knock on her door. She's been in there crying and she's wiping her tears and everything. And they're like, can we come in? And she said, yeah, this is a good time. Do y'all want something to drink? And they were like, no. And she was like, she started talking about her love life with Adam and about how, he just did her wrong. She was like, I'm heartbroken, but it is what it is or whatever. And they're just Nick and Victoria looking at each other like, what is this? And so then Sally, she tells them, I am, and she said, no matter what you Newmans think, I've been good for this company, and she starts telling them about her ideas and her plans for Newman, because she wants to make, she still wants to make Chloe her COO. And so her and Chloe have been like digging into everything, working on everything, trying to catch up to speed. And she was like, I know I don't have experience, but I'm the best person for this job. And so she's trying to, get them to keep her on. But she said, but at the end of the day, I get it. Y'all don't want me here. So just get this over with. I'm used to this. I'm used to people not wanting me around. I don't know, y'all. For some I like Sally. Y'all know I like Sally. And so I was like, no, I hate to see my girl like this. You hurt my girl, Adam. You hurt my girl. But anyway, so she was just like, get it over with or whatever. So then we see Nick tell Victoria, let me holler at you in this hallway. So he go out in the hallway and he said, Victoria, I think we need to keep Sally on. He said, she's what we're looking for. And she was like, she just said all that so she could stay on as a company. He said, well, if she's not under Adam's control or anything, Adam doesn't have any influence. He was like, everything she said is the way we want to go for the future. And I think we should keep her on. He doesn't see a problem with it or whatever. And I said, "Whoo, please be reasonable, Nick. Yes, you be the one that is reasonable in this." And y'all, that was the Young and the Restless today. I'm sorry if I missed anything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for a new episode. Bye.